Hello, this is Warren Morton, and welcome to episode 2 of Nerf or Buff. And I'm going to follow an order, so I'm on to the Autarch. Right, let's have a quick turn to this page, and a look at what I think of the new Autarch. And let's go. Okay, the stat line hasn't changed even vaguely. So let's go through basically what they have. They now have haywire grenades that they didn't have before. They still have the force shield that gives them the 4 vulnerable grenades. Oh look, they did have haywire grenades. The only slight buff is the fact the shuriken pistol now has blade storm. So that is basically it. As for special rules, they now have battle focus, which as you know I really like for getting in and out of cover, getting in range. I think it's a really nice rule, and is another reason why the Guardians are just fantastic now. The fact that they have it too for a nothing point cost. Of course, he's got his independent character and Ancient Doom, which, as I've said in the past, I don't rate at all. And the Path of Strategy still does exactly the same thing, but now it doesn't stack. No matter how many Autarchs you have 4 and a 2000 plus, you only get to add 1 or -1. So that is a slight nerf. But that is basically where the nerfs end for the Autarch. So let's have a quick turn to his page, and he's not a special character, so he's right at the back. Okie dokie. He can take basically everything they can take before. The Banshee Mask and Mandy Blasters have the Banshee Mask has gone up in points cost and got worse, and the Mandy Blasters have stayed the same and got basically the same. But you don't really want any of that. All this stuff is about the same points cost that it used to be. The Eldar jet bike is considerably cheaper, which is a huge buff, considering that is the thing that my Autarch will always be on. To stop assault cannons instant killing him, plasma cannons instant killing him. So much strength 6 and 7 flying around now that you just can't afford to have a toughness 3 HQ. Okay, as for weapon options, he can take the Reaper launcher for exactly the same amount of points. Obviously, you can take the last blaster for more points now. It's important stuff, but you can take a fusion gun for 10 and a laser lance for 10. And that is significantly cheaper than what it used to be. But the overall points stay the same. So if you do an Autarch on an Eldar jet bike with a laser lance and fusion gun, which is the one I always run, you are coming in at 15 points cheaper, 25 points cheaper than you used to, which is absolutely massive. Especially as you now have the Remnant of Glory list. And this is the Autarch's biggest buff. The Remnants of Glory are generally incredibly good. So you've got the Shard of Inaris, which basically gives you +2 strength, melee rending, and in a challenge, your unit is fearless, and in a challenge you have flashbang and instant death. So really good. You've got Fire Saver, strength +1, AP3, Wildfire, Soul Blaze, much more powerful Soul Blaze. But then the rest stuff you don't really want. But then you've got Mantle of the Laughing God. You lose independent character, but boohoo. You get hit and run, stealth shrouded, and the ability to reroll failed cover saves. That means if you move, you get a 2+ cover save. That is slightly overpowered. That is one of the best HQs in the new army, and you will see that in a lot of lists. And that was not even vaguely capable in the last book. So not only has it got cheaper with its options, and has more options and better options, but its points haven't gone up, and the stuff it used to have that made it useful stayed the same. The only noticeable nerf is the fact you can't stack minus or +1 to reserve rolls, but that isn't really bothering me, as I don't really need my flies to come in that quickly. I can wait a turn, or I can sort of semi-delay them, and if you're that desperate, just take a comms relay. So overall, the Autarch gets a buff from me. But now go to the comments, write nerf, buff, and the reason you think the Autarch has got better or worse. This is Warhammer Morton, and I am out.